Hello, everyone. Welcome to Reputation on a Blockchain series, episode 3. My name is Rene-Lee. I'll be running you through just one startup today, Ethos. But before I do, let's get through the intro items. So this channel will be about the next wave of innovation in the blockchain space. In my opinion, the next wave that makes the next millionaires, potentially billionaires in the blockchain space. We essentially talk about know me competitors. I have my own startup, but we'll get into that. What one of the hopes of this channel is to also attract the attention of the big dog investors in the blockchain space. I'll mention that again, but before I dive in, I want to do the disclaimer. None of what I'm talking about will ever be investment advice. I'll never give a buy or sell recommendation. I will certainly at some points talk about market related information. It'll be opinions of potential valuations or how to value assets or so on and so forth. But I haven't had to do that yet, and it'll probably be a while before I do because this is a really new space, and honestly, there's a lot of information that I have to consume before I even give a slightly informed opinion on the value of one of these tokens. For now, we're just talking about the applications and what they do and where they are and what state they're in. So again, reputation on the blockchain, that's what we're talking about, and none of this information is none of the content is investment advice. I'll never give a buy or sell recommendation. So that's one item. Another item is for intro items. Another intro item is I have my own startup in the reputation space. Nomee, spelled Knomee. I part, uh, part of the benefits that I get from making this channel is that I get to keep tabs on the competition and or just not really competition, but other startups in the space that are doing something different or similar. And in that way, if Nomi isn't the right quote unquote right answer, I hope to be aware of the whatever is the right answer, whatever is the big winner in the reputation space on the blockchain. I also hope to attract investors, particularly the big dogs, right? People who have a reputation to protect and who aren't gonna, take our white paper and run away with it and build it themselves and all this stuff. Um, like people like Dan Moorhead, Mike Novogratz, Olaf Carlson, people like this that have been in the space a long time and that have a reputation to protect, and people that are going to understand what we're building as well. They would easily understand every aspect of what we're putting together. So talking to them would be uh, a lot better than, say, talking to a venture capitalist who specializes in SaaS businesses or B2B SaaS or stuff like that. I was talking to somebody that specializes in that. I would still be interested in talking to them. That's another note. If someone's an up and coming investor, we would have to build a relationship around that situation and see what can happen. But mostly, we're just trying to attract the attention of the big dog investors. Okay, so that's one item. Not the last item, but close to the last item. I do have uh, so I haven't done any consulting yet, but I am available for consulting. I put a link in the YouTube video description. It links to my Clarity.fm account. The lowest hourly rate that they allow you to do is $60 an hour. So I guess I'm charging $60 an hour for any consulting that anybody wants me to do over the phone, over video call, or anything like that. So anything to do with the blockchain, anything to do with Bitcoin, anything to do with valuations, everything except for investment advice or buy and sell recommendations. Um, so that is all the intro items. Let's see how long. 4 minutes. That's probably good. Again, this channel is about the next wave of uh, just the most impactful thing that can come from blockchains, that can come from a decentralized network of computers storing a blockchain on it, which is what these networks are and what they do. Um, it, the next wave being reputation, and that's what we talk about. Now, I'm adding one new section. Okay, now we're getting into the meat of the episode. Basically, this episode, every episode will have this section. It's the one new section, which is news about Nomi. So I am going to start saying where Nomi is in its cycle, in its evolution, and maybe in certain episodes, like a lot of times, there won't be a ton of new information that we can release. But I'm going to say that, and then we're going to talk about the startup that we're talking about today, which is Ethos, and yeah. So what's the news for Nomi? So we've been developing Nomi for 3 years, and in that time frame, I had to do a lot of design work with the help of my two co-founders, Joseph and Brian, and and we created the, you could say, the rules of the smart contract. We created we just designed incentives. We decided the structure of how we're going to control the smart contract. I think I'm free to say, we're going to use a DAO to control the code, and have the DAO, the DAO, um, be the mechanism of control and revenue accrual and many things. Um, but what I did want to say is, in that 3 year time frame, we did program a proof of concept, and I was able to. I did that. I programmed it in Solidity, and I essentially launched it on I think it was Arbitrum as a test, and it was good. It's there's a lot more advanced coding that needs to be done, but just as a founder with, I can only do so much in every field. I do coding, I do design, I do making YouTube videos, I do everything I possibly can. And so we have a white paper with a smart contract design. We've done a proof of concept, and now we've moved into the lead developer, Joseph, with he has 10 years software development experience in institutional settings, mainly with Android app development, but obviously he can transport his knowledge into programming on a blockchain, and integrating the DAO smart contract with the core smart contract, and all these very complicated. It gets really complicated. I program just a simple proof of concept, but he's going to take that, expand on it, and create our product. And that's where we're at. It's in build phase. It's in Joseph's hands, and it'll be ready when it's ready. And there's no, we can't really give a date on when it'd be ready. But I'd say, as a hope, it'd be like 7 months or something like that. So that's the news on Nomi. Hopefully you enjoyed that bit. Um, the maybe I should stop calling them competitors, but the Nomi competitor that we're reviewing today, maybe I should start calling it like reputation startup entrant. Okay, they're not. Everyone's gonna try what they try, um, and today we're talking about Ethos, and we're gonna show what they're trying. All right, so okay. So if you go to, I'll show you the list. Of course, this is the list of Nomi competitors, reputation entrance. So reputation entrance, Nomi competitors, depends what you want to think, how you want to think or go about it. But at the top of the list is Ethos, and last episode we did a little bit of GiveRep, Bondex, Graphite Network, and Chat3 and Social AI. And instead of doing, well, like before doing this episode, I just kind of picked the top one, and I lucked out because there's a lot of content that I can make just off of Ethos, because they seem to have uh, you know you know, it's not maybe not a world changing product yet, but it's they have a lot of say meat on the bone kind of thing as far as a product goes. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Now, first thing I'll go. So if you just go to ethos.network, I believe that's just the uh, yeah, that's the main website that I found just off of Google. Um, so I don't like its front page, but it's fine. It's pretty fancy. They obviously have some production quality. They have a good production team, and they have a good development team. Um, there's a lot of text here, but I'll just focus on the stuff that. Okay, what I'd like to focus on for Ethos is I like how simple their product is from uh, from a user point. There's basically three actions that you do. You can review someone, you can vouch for someone, or you can slash someone. And each one essentially, obviously, the review, it'll leave a review, but it'll also have an impact on your credibility score. And vouching will have an impact on your credibility score as well. And slashing will have an impact on your credibility score as well. And I haven't read through this stuff too much, but I'll show you the rest of the web content that they have. But review, you actually leave a text based review, and vouching, I would imagine, right? You deposit and stake Ethereum onto their account. I think there's some level of like investment. You're kind of like investing in someone, and I'll get to why I think that. Um, but I think there's some level of investment that you're doing when you're vouching. Now, say someone out there who you interact with that, and they give you their Ethereum address or their Ethos address. You can slash them if they've done something wrong. And those are the three actions. That's it. That's all of Ethos. That's all you do, and you get a score. Uh, you get a score here, and I'll show you more content to show you just how developed or at this what stage Ethos is at here. So you can see on their homepage they do have a lot of information, but the most important thing that you can pull away from is these three actions. So those are the actions, and you get a score from users performing those actions on your account, or you performing those actions on someone else's account. Okay, so let's go to so when you click Open Ethos, it links to app.ethos.network, and we have that open here, and so you have the essentially I'd say this is the intro website, and this is the homepage of Ethos. And on the homepage you have listings and leaderboard. Let's see what I linked to. Okay, yeah. Um, uh, okay, if you click leaderboard, you'll start to get an idea of one how developed they are. I have to say, this Ethos looks good. It's a good website, good production team, good. There's obviously something there, and I have to do way more research. I'm improvising so much on this presentation. Let's see how much time we got. I want to keep it under 20 minutes. Okay, I got 6 minutes. Um, I'm gonna go straight to most credible. Okay, on the leaderboard, and you'll see the top guy, Serpentaxed. Now I now you'll see that he has a 2,568 score. That's his credibility score. And you'll see reviews. He has 936 reviews, and 96% of them are positive. So you can see some of the data that their startup keeps track of. And so you have reviews, you have vouched for. So he has 121,000 Ethereum staked on his account. So that's how much dollars has been staked on him being a good person, so to speak. That's my interpretation of the startup so far. Now, I don't. You don't know a product until you've used it, and unfortunately, I so when you go, so I'll go back to home. So we'll go away from leaderboard, and I did try to log in and get my own account, but you will see that I can't do it because I need an invite. So I'm going to click login here, and it's going to ask me for my MetaMask. So it's going to try to tie an address. So let's see what account I have attached. I think it's just my um, digital bank account. Yeah, so in my MetaMask. I have $5.10 on there of Ethereum. Uh, I'm gonna try connecting that, and I already tried to do this earlier, and what it said was, um, it said you need an invite. So, and you'll see it loading. It's loading. It's loading. It's loading. Okay, cool. No invite for this wallet. Okay. Um, I did this before recording this video. I tried to log in, and what I did was, okay, close that. Okay, close. I went to the leaderboard. Okay, I went to the leaderboard. I clicked on most credible, and what I did was I figured I'm gonna message Serpentax. So I went on Telegram, and so I went to his profile first, and then I went to Telegram, and you'll see on Telegram I messaged Serpin for an invite. Now, what I learned about Serpin, when you go to Serpin's Twitter, you'll see that Serpin is the CEO of Ethos Network. Okay, so he's the most trusted person on the product that he created. So obviously he knows it. You know, I don't know if he'll message me back, but hopefully he sends me an invite. And but you'll see. Let's see what else we can see on people's profiles: reviews, credible vouchers, and others. So how many vouchers that he's given to others? Uh, Mutual voucher 0. So that's interesting. They have a lot of information. We'll learn more about this over time. I want to wrap up this episode. I got 1 minute. I think you guys get the gist of it. You guys get what Ethos Network is. There's 3 actions. You can review, you can vouch, you can slash. It manifests into a leaderboard. Um, so okay, well we got two. It manifests into a leaderboard. It manifests into a profile of credibility, and and it also has. I think something else here about like owning some type of asset, like reputation asset, and we'll figure that out in the next episode. There is a white paper. If you go to whitepaper.ethos.network, in their docs, it covers the actual. I guess I'm definitely gonna governance, as credibility is too powerful to leave in the hands of centralized influence. Ethos Labs will transition control of the scoring algorithm to participants. That'll be interesting to review the governance. But what else can I say? I think I'm done. I don't want this to be more than 20 minutes. It wasn't the. I feel like, yeah. I mean, there's again this channel. We're gonna review, um, lots of different startups, but today was just Ethos. It's one thing I'll say, is that it's a very simple product. I like that. It's nothing. I've read other reputation startups that are really complicated and it's hard to wrap your head around. This one is pretty easy, and it's blockchain based, tied to a Ethereum address, and you need an invite to get on the system. I'm hoping for an invite from the CEO of Ethos, and that is everything. I guess it's that simple. Okay, I need a closing um, statement. I guess that's your reputation application review for the day. My name's Rene-Lee Sylvain. I am going to work, drive Uber, and I will catch you in a week. Oh, and there was no episode last week. I will aim to do these episodes every Thursday. That is an intro to Ethos Network. Hopefully, you enjoyed it. And if you want some consulting, please check out the consulting done for you. Please check out the clarity.fm link in the description of the video. And if you are people like Mike Novogratz or Dan Moorhead or Naval Ravikant or Balaji Srinivasan or Olaf Carlson-Wee, um, reach out to me if you want to hear about Nomi. I would fly to San Francisco to let you know what we're working on. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.